Lord, I come before you today with a heavy heart, acknowledging that my family isn't perfect. We struggle, we argue, we fall short of the ideal I've always imagined. But God, I know that you see us in our imperfection, and you love us still. Help me to embrace your grace in this journey of family life. Father, I'm reminded of Romans 3 verse 23, which tells us that all have sinned and fall short of your glory. I realize this applies to my family too. We're not exempt from mistakes, from hurt, from misunderstandings. But Lord, help me to see that our imperfections don't disqualify us from your love or from being a family that honors you. God, sometimes I feel overwhelmed by the weight of expectations, both my own and those of others. I've had this image in my mind of what a perfect Christian family should look like, and we don't measure up. Help me to let go of these unrealistic standards and instead focus on your unconditional love for us. Lord, I think of the families in Scripture. Abraham's, David's, even Jesus' earthly family. None of them were perfect. They had their struggles, their conflicts, their moments of doubt and failure. Yet you used them powerfully. Help me to find comfort and hope in these examples of your grace at work in imperfect families. Father, I confess that there are times when I lose patience with my family members. When harsh words are spoken, when misunderstandings escalate, when love seems distant. In these moments, remind me of your patience with me. Help me to extend that same grace to my loved ones, even when it's difficult. God, I pray for healing in the broken places of our family relationships. Where there is hurt, bring your comfort. Where there is anger, bring your peace. Where there is distance, bring your reconciling love. Help us to turn to you and to each other with open hearts, ready to forgive and be forgiven. Lord, I ask for wisdom in navigating the challenges we face as a family. When conflicts arise, give me discernment to know when to speak and when to listen. When decisions need to be made, guide us to choices that honor you and strengthen our bonds. Let your wisdom be the foundation of our family life. Father, help me to see the unique strengths and gifts in each member of my family, even amidst our imperfections. Teach me to celebrate the ways in which we reflect your image, individually and together. Let me be an encourager, building up my family members with words of affirmation and acts of love. God, I pray for a spirit of humility in our home. Help each of us to be quick to admit our faults, to ask for forgiveness, and to extend grace to one another. Let our imperfections be opportunities for growth, for deepening our reliance on you, and for experiencing the power of your love. Lord, I ask for your help in creating an atmosphere of acceptance in our home. Let our family be a safe place where we can be honest about our struggles, where we can share our fears and doubts without judgment. Help us to love each other unconditionally, just as you love us. Father, I pray for patience as we grow and change as a family. Help me to remember that transformation is a process, that becoming more like you takes time. Give me the endurance to persist in love, even when I don't see immediate changes in myself or my family members. God, I ask for your guidance in setting realistic expectations for our family life. Help me to focus on what truly matters, loving you and loving each other, rather than getting caught up in superficial measures of success or perfection. Let your priorities shape our family culture. As I reflect on our family's imperfections, Lord, I'm reminded of the importance of spiritual growth and support. That's why I'm grateful for resources like the ebook on overcoming anxiety through faith. It's a valuable tool for anyone struggling with worry or stress in family life. I encourage those listening to check it out. It could be a source of encouragement and practical help. The link is in the pinned comment. Father, I pray for a renewed perspective on our family's challenges. Help me to see our struggles not as failures, but as opportunities for growth, for deepening our faith, and for experiencing your grace in tangible ways. Let our imperfections draw us closer to you and to each other. God, I ask for your help in modeling grace for my family. When I'm tempted to react with frustration or disappointment to our shortcomings, remind me of the endless grace you've shown me. Let my responses reflect your character, showing my family the transformative power of unconditional love. Lord, I pray for discernment in knowing how to address our family's issues. Give me wisdom to know when to confront problems directly and when to entrust them to you in prayer. Help me to approach our challenges with a balance of truth and grace, always seeking to build up rather than tear down. Father, I ask for your presence to be tangible in our home. Even in the midst of our imperfections, let there be moments of joy, of laughter, of genuine connection. Help us to create memories that remind us of your goodness, even when life isn't perfect. God, I pray for healing of any generational patterns of dysfunction in our family. Break the cycles of hurt, addiction, or negative behaviors that may have been passed down. Let our family, in all its imperfection, be a testament to your power to redeem and transform. Lord, help me to extend grace not only to my family members but also to myself. When I fall short as a spouse, parent, or child, remind me that your love for me isn't based on my performance. Let me rest in your acceptance, finding the strength to keep loving and serving my family. Father, I ask for your help in maintaining perspective. When family challenges feel overwhelming, remind me of your faithfulness in the past. Help me to trust that you are working all things together for our good, even when I can't see it in the moment. God, I pray for a spirit of teamwork in our family. Help us to see that we're on the same side, working together with you to build a home filled with love. Even in our imperfections, let us unite in our commitment to following you and supporting one another. Lord, I ask for your guidance in navigating the outside influences that impact our family. In a world that often promotes unrealistic ideals, help us to stay grounded in your truth. Let your word be the standard by which we measure ourselves, not cultural expectations or social media portrayals of perfect families. Father, I pray for open communication in our home. Help us to create an environment where it's safe to share our struggles, our doubts, and our fears. Give us the courage to be vulnerable with one another, knowing that our imperfections don't diminish your love for us or our love for each other. God, I ask for your help in celebrating the small victories in our family life. When we see glimpses of growth, moments of kindness, or steps toward reconciliation, let us pause to acknowledge and appreciate these signs of your work in us. Help us to encourage one another in our journey of faith. Lord, I pray for a deepening of our family's spiritual life. Even in our imperfections, draw us together in prayer, in studying your word, and in serving others. Let these shared experiences of faith strengthen our bonds and remind us of our dependence on you. Father, I ask for your comfort when I feel discouraged about our family's shortcomings. When comparisons creep in or when I'm tempted to despair, remind me of your promise in Philippians 1 verse 6, that you who began a good work in us will carry it on to completion. Help me to trust in your ongoing work in our lives. God, I pray for wisdom in seeking help when we need it. Remove any shame or stigma that might prevent us from reaching out to trusted friends, pastors, or counselors. Give us the humility to acknowledge when we need support and the courage to take steps toward healing and growth. Lord, help me to see our family's story as part of your larger narrative of redemption. Remind me that you specialize in using imperfect people and imperfect families to accomplish your purposes. Let our struggles and our victories alike be a testament to your grace and power. Father, I ask for your help in cultivating gratitude in our family, even amidst our imperfections. Teach us to notice and appreciate the blessings you've given us, the love we share, the provision you've made, the growth we've experienced. Let thankfulness shape our perspective on family life. God, I pray for patience in the process of growth and change. Help me to remember that transformation takes time, that habits and patterns don't change overnight. Give me the perseverance to keep loving, keep forgiving, and keep pointing my family to you, even when progress seems slow. Lord, I ask for your help in creating family traditions that reinforce your grace in our lives. Whether it's sharing gratitude at meals, celebrating spiritual milestones, or serving others together, guide us in establishing practices that remind us of your love and our commitment to one another. Father, I pray for healing of any wounds within our family relationships. Where there is resentment, bring forgiveness. Where there is distance, bring reconciliation. Where there is misunderstanding, bring clarity and empathy. Let your healing power work in and through us. God, I ask for your guidance in setting healthy boundaries within our family. Help us to love one another well while also respecting individual needs and differences. Give us wisdom in navigating complex family dynamics, always seeking to honor you in our relationships. Lord, help me to see the beauty in our family's unique journey. Our path may not look like others, but it's the one you've given us. Help me to embrace our story, imperfections and all, trusting that you are using every chapter to shape us and draw us closer to you. Father, I pray for a spirit of adventure in our family life. Help us to approach our challenges with creativity and even a sense of humor when appropriate. Let us be willing to try new things, to admit when we need to change course, and to enjoy the journey of growing together. God, I ask for your help in leaving a legacy of faith for future generations. Even with our imperfections, let our family be known for our love for you and for others. Help us to pass on a heritage of grace, teaching our children and grandchildren about your faithfulness in the midst of human frailty. Lord, I pray for moments of breakthrough in our family life. When we've been struggling with ongoing issues, surprise us with your grace. Let us experience victories that remind us of your power to transform lives and relationships. Father, as we navigate life as an imperfect family, help us to keep our eyes fixed on you. Remind us that our ultimate hope and security come not from our own efforts or achievements, but from your unchanging love and faithfulness. Let this truth be an anchor for us in both calm and stormy seasons. God, I ask that you would use our family's imperfect story to encourage others. If our journey of experiencing your grace in the midst of challenges can offer hope to another family, please use it for your glory. Help us to be honest about our struggles and faithful in pointing to your goodness. Lord, as I conclude this prayer, I'm filled with a sense of hope. Not because we've suddenly become perfect, but because I'm reminded of your perfect love for us. Thank you for your grace that meets us in our messiness, your strength that supports us in our weakness, and your love that never fails. Father, I pray that this message of embracing imperfect family life would resonate with and encourage others who are struggling. If you've been blessed by this prayer, please like and share this video so that more families can be reminded of God's grace in their journey. Together, we can create a community that celebrates God's work in and through our beautifully imperfect families. Amen.